Hi everyone, how are you doing today? It is Thursday, December 31st. Happy last day of December. Happy Flossmas Day 31. I hope you are all doing well. I am having a so-so day today. I think I don't remember if I mentioned before or not, but having COVID is kind of like being on a roller coaster. At least that's what I am now figuring it out. That it's like one day I feel great, the next day I don't feel great. Or one moment of the day I feel great, and the next moment I don't feel all that great. So today at this moment of today, I'm feeling all right. Earlier today when I woke up, I did not feel that good. And then I kind of felt okay, and then I didn't feel good. Right now I feel okay. So probably by the time I'm done with this video, I won't feel okay. So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But at least right now I'm feeling okay. So anyway, I hope you are all excited about 2021 rolling in. If you are in my area or west of me, if you are east of me, you are possibly already celebrating the new year or into the new year already. So happy new year to you all. And I hope you have a wonderful, productive new 2021. I know I've mentioned in many other videos before about 2020 has actually been a very good year for me, and I know that has not been the case for many others. And so, I say that lightly because of the fact that, many people have struggled with COVID and situations that COVID has brought into their lives that has not been a pleasing experience. For me, I have had many opportunities in 2020 that I have been very blessed to have. And so, I think it's that time of it's that moment in my life where I've been lucky to have these opportunities. It's beyond COVID. It's not because of COVID. It's not because of anything that COVID had a factor in. It's just the fact that that's where, what happened in my personal and professional career, where I've had the opportunity, and it just kind of ironically happened at the same time as COVID. And so 2020 has been, a very, very good year for me. So, and I know many other people can't say that, but, I'm hoping that we all have an excellent 2021, and that we, professional, personal, crafting, everything is on the upward trend in 2021. So with that, let's move on into our crafting, and let's talk some other things. So a little bit of administrative for today. I did announce that my string of pearls, I was going to give 2 pieces of my string of pearls away. I was going to announce the winners today. Now please know that winners, I am not going to be able to mail these out right away, obviously, because I have COVID. I can't leave my home. So once I am cleared and able to leave my home, I will be able to go out and get the packaging, because I actually don't have any envelopes to be able to the padded envelopes to mail them out. So it will be a few weeks before I can get these out in the mail to you. So please do not expect them to be mailed out before the middle of July. Not July, January. But if you would be so kind as to email me, and my email will be in the information box below. Email me your address, and once I am able to get out and get the packaging and get them in the mail to you, they will be sent in the mail to you and that will also give the Postal Service a little bit of added buffer time to hopefully have them not sitting in limbo for too long. So the winners of the pieces of string of pearls are, surprisingly, they're both Karens. So I did a random comment generator. Karen, and I hope I don't butcher these names, Karen Spurtzel and Karen Sheridan. So Karen Spurzel and Karen Sheridan, if you could please email me your addresses and I will get those off to you at my earliest availability and convenience. So again, I possibly Martin Luther King Day-ish, but I will get them to you as soon as I possibly can. So that is that little bit of administrative business for the day. So today I do have some crafting bits to show you. So first off, I did do a little bit of knitting on my shawl. This is the Pay It Forward shawl. I didn't bring over my paperwork today, but I didn't bring over the pattern to show you today, but this is the shawl I've been working on pretty much all month. I am so close to finishing this that I'm probably going to have this finished in the next week or so. So here is what it looks like thus far. I worked on this again last night while I was watching the Hunger Games movies. I finished all the other 2 Hunger Game movies last night. So I did another set of eyelet stitches as well as more stripes. And I think I have maybe 10 more rows of knitting and I'm done. And then I just have the bind off, which is a picot bind off. And this shawl will be a finish. So I am a little concerned that it's a little bit smaller than I was expecting. So I'm thinking that maybe it will need to be, I don't know. I'm worried that it's going to be too small for me. I don't know. Put it in the comments below if you're a knitter, if you think that it's going to be big enough, or if I aggressively block it. I've never blocked anything that is garter stitch. So how do I block? Because I want it to look right, but I'm concerned that is it going to be big enough for me? I don't know. So let me know in the comments below. But here we go. So there is my shawl so far. I forgot to mention, I have my sweater on today that I was saying that doesn't really fit. It actually does fit. I did wash it again after I finished putting on the patches, and I really like it. It's comfortable. It's a lot softer now since I washed it a second time. So I'm very pleased with it. All right, so there is my knitting for the day. Let me set this aside. Then I worked on my the Queen Sampler, Elizabeth I by Plum Street Samplers. This is on a 40 count old linen from XJU Designs. And I'm stitching this 1/2. I had a question in my comments from a few videos ago that asked how do I know, or how do I determine when I stitch 1/1, 1/2, 2/2. I basically determine. For me, it's how I like the look of the fabric, how I like the look of the stitching on the fabric. So typically anything on Aida I do 2/1. So Aida is always over 1 unless you want something huge, because the Aida is already planned out with the way the Aida is made. On even weaves, I typically do over 2 because you want it to be you do over 2. You do for the smaller count. The larger count fabrics, like 28-32, you would do over 2, 2/2, so that you have good coverage. And for the smaller count fabrics, 40, 46, 56, you would do 1/2. because it would be way too bulky if you did two strands. You also need to do what your preference is. So do like a row or two of test knitting or test stitching to determine what your preferences are. That's going to be my only suggestion, would be to just test stitch and see what your preferences are. I've done that, so I've been stitching long enough on these fabrics that I know what my preferences are. The only one that I always question is 36 count, and I don't really ever stitch on 36 count, even though I have a few pieces coming in the mail to me. Because I'm not a fan of 36 count, because it's right there on the verge of, do I do 2 strands over 2 or do I do 1 strand over 2? So you just have to determine what works best for you. I don't feel like I answered that very well. If you have any other specific questions, let me know. So here is my progress so far. This stitched up so quick that I was surprised by how quick this really stitched up. So all I have left to do on this is fill in the this name bar with the yellow. So everything else in the border is completely done. I finished it. I worked on this last night while I was watching the movies, and I am so happy with how this is looking. I did do one modification on this, and that is that in these borders, these crowns at the top of these borders are, according to the pattern, are supposed to be red. Now, for me, there is already a whole lot of red in this pattern, and a crown isn't red. I mean, there can be bits of red in a crown, like a jewel, but to me, a crown should be more gold or silver. So I decided to go ahead and make my crowns gold, so that there's just a little bit more color in the border, and it's just a little bit more my preference. So that's what I went ahead and did, and I really, really like how it's looking so far. So again, all I have left to do, and then this one will be completely done, is fill in the yellow around the letters inside of this name bar. And this one will be a wrap. So this will be an early 2021 finish, and I will be able to have a couple early finishes in 2021. So probably a January finish by far. So that is project number 1 that I worked on. And then project number 2 that I worked on, again, some more. I worked on my Barbara Anna Designs Oh Christmas Tree. This is on a 32 count navy blue linen by XJU Designs. And I've done some major alterations to this one as well. Again, I'm only stitching from the key up. So I'm not stitching the words or those people. And here is my progress so far. Now, I did go ahead, like I had mentioned before, and I had decided to, instead of doing the key in silver, I went ahead and did the key in gold petite treasure braid. And I absolutely love it. Then, because the key, the tops of the ornaments are, and the insides of the flowers are the same color as the key, and then also there's a star up at the top of the pattern. Those are also all going to be gold. So the only thing I have left to stitch on this is that star at the very top of the pattern up here. So that will be the only thing I have to stitch first thing tomorrow, and then this will be a finish in 2021. So I went ahead and put the gold on the ornaments. And then inside of the flowers. So I used a Petite Treasure Braid PB01 that I had in my stash. And then I found something I completely forgot that I had, and I've never used this before. This is a Petite Treasure Braid, or I'm sorry, a Petite Treasure ribbon for the back stitching for the ornaments, and that is in PR09. So it's like a pale, like a baby blue. And basically it's just like it's like a thin ribbon. So I bought this at my local needlework store a few years ago, and I just had it in my stash, completely forgot I had it. So when I pulled this out, I found this, and I thought that would look perfect for this, for the back stitching on these ornaments. And it just gives it for you guys to see. There you go. There you can see it a little bit better. But I thought it gives it just a little bit more effect, dimension. So I'm really pleased with how that's turning out. So there is my progress so far. So I'm going to put this away until first thing in the morning. I'm going to pull this out. Well, I'm not going to pull it out. I'm going to leave it on the stand. And whenever I get up in the morning, I am going to finish that up, and then I will pull out my New Year, New Start and get a good hunk started into that. So I hope you all have a wonderful New Year, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Happy New Year. Happy 2021. Happy goodbye 2020. And happy crafting, happy stitching. Thank you all for continuing to hang in there with me through through Flossmas this year. It's been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed making all these videos, and thank you for sticking with me through these last few days of Flossmas, even though I haven't really been feeling myself, and you can probably tell in these last few videos, especially in my plans for 2021 video. I don't really feel like that was really well put together, but I put it up anyways just because I wanted to get that out. But I don't know if I'm going to make a video tomorrow. I might just take the day to rest and recuperate. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. I might come back and make a video tomorrow, or I might just take the day off and maybe make a video in a week or so. So we'll see how I feel. I don't know what I'm going to do. But until I make a video, I hope you have the best holiday and start to your new year. And until we see each other again, happy crafting. And as always, don't forget to always be creative.